So the community rights violations, there's certain ones that seem to, I inadvertently get, trying to be funny, I end up getting some community rights violations. Like sometimes I post up sports advice and I got community rights violation, but anyways, I'll just do my moves more subtly and just show people my full capabilities. And once again, my telomeres, like I'm Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, I'm not from that area there, and how could I have a scar that disappeared and a scar on my hand that's changed? That scar on my hand has changed many times. So how could I have a scar that changed if I would have gray hair? So when I subpoena a geneticist, when I make a civil litigation against Canada, I'm going to be like, okay, well, what are telomeres? And they're going to be like, oh, well, telomeres control aging. Okay. Then I'll show them several. Is this a typical genetic profile of telomeres? Yeah, that's a typical genetic profile. Then I'll show them my extraordinary genetic profile. Be like, so this is my genetic profile. So what is the difference that you see? And then how come I don't have numbers in those columns? Oh, you don't have end loops on those telomeres. Okay, so what does that mean? Oh, you should age fantastically. Okay, does that mean that I should be I should have aged about 25 and should have gotten older after that? And then, oh, yeah, probably. All right, so I should have matured. And so does that mean that they're editing my telomeres to cause my gray hair? And once again, my name's Christian Eric Arnie Meyer, and I'm not from Thessalon. All right, so all these people, and I've never voluntarily did any hard drugs. Like, maybe before I realized I had evolutionary attributes, I tried in the 90s, possibly I might have smoked a joint that had some cocaine in it, cannabis joint that had some cocaine in it, and maybe might have tried a line that was given to me. I've never paid for anything. I would never do cocaine. I'd never do crack. I'd never do fentanyl. I'd never do heroin. I'd never do opium. I smoke cannabis, which is legal, and hashish, which is legal in Canada. I'm in Canada. I haven't left Canada since 2019. It's 2025. Right. So for these people to pretend that I'd ever want to harm my evolutionary biology, and so at the same time they put compounds in my food, right? Dude, that is more harmful than any narcotic that I would take. For instance, I'll just show you my front here. I'll just show you first my hands. You can see how my hands, I'll just show you my hands. So my hands are a different color than my forearms. So that would indicate, by my hands, but even though the pulse, the vein in my hands, indicate that I have a strong heart, and it's a different color than my forearms. And my feet are a different color than my hands. So it seems like I have better circulation in my feet than I do my hands, which is strange because the veins in my feet and the arteries in my feet have to pump. They're longer, right? So they have to pump further to get back up to my heart, from my toes all the way to my heart. So it's a contradiction, the fact that my hands sometimes are purple, but my feet never. Right, and I have video evidence of this. If I'm at the Seward Hospital now. Once again, they're saying that I can't adjust the testosterone in my brain or estrogen in my brain, but I clearly did. And now you can see how I'm changing the voice with my voice box, and see how much my mouth has to move when I do that. But when I adjust the testosterone or estrogen in my brain, it moves very little because I'm controlling the chemicals in my brain, proving that it's impossible for me to have a chemical imbalance. Every human on the planet would. When I see stars, I see them in 3 dimensions, right? And they just show me that. And when I taste food, I have higher taste sensation. So you know what companies do? They violate me. They rape my body with chemical electrolysis. They hijack my body just to try to develop a market for one person for food, right? As an excuse, right? And so I should never have gray hair. I should never have wrinkles, but I have an open sore that it's in the future it's going to prove that Canada allows biological and chemical warfare to happen to my biology. And there was a treaty in 1982 where 187 countries signed it. So I'm going to be able to, once I'm emperor, I'm going to be able to build a coalition against Canada. So FAQ, Canada. You know what happens when you say that fast? FAQ, Canada.